moved.
Second.
The motion is second. Roll call.
Redmond,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye. Next is approval of the minutes as revised. There was an addition that is at your chair.
I'll move approval as revised.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Redmond,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye. Then we will move on to the administrative agenda. Commissioner Rettman.
Madam Chair, I am pulling 8.1 because there's a plethora of little resolutions that are there. I'll move 10.1, 10.2. I'm going to pull 10.3. I did talk to Carol. I'm not pulling 10.4. I'm moving 10.4, 10.5, pulling 10.6.
Second.
The motion and a second. Roll call.
Redmond,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker, Reinhardt.
Aye. Then going back to 8.1, I will,
I'll move it.
Oh, no,
there's,
four of them.
we have 4
Oh,
resolutions.
that's, okay.
So, Commissioner Parker.
Madam Chair, I think we need to have Nick and Claudia come up because I think that there are a couple of changes that have been made. Just, is it in the first one, Nick, the 3.1, rush line is down to
Oh, that's correct.
1 million? Is that right? Okay, so a change in number 1 is that rush line is now 1 million? And other than that, is it?
Everything else is,
Everything else is as we had discussed at the
Okay.
last meeting. So I would move approval of the first resolution.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Redmond,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye.
Okay, I will move resolution number 2.
Sir, second.
Second.
Madam Chair, I'm gonna vote no at this time. I still have some questions. Apparently, there was a computer glitch that didn't get the questions that I had posed a month ago. And so in order for me to, I really want to support it, but I have to show value for all of the customers, not just one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Redmond,
No.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye. Resolution number 3.
I'll move approval.
Is there a second?
Madam Chair, I originally had questions on this.
Commissioner Carter.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I originally had some questions on that. They have been answered, so thank you.
Great. Roll call.
Redmond,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye. Resolution number 4.
I'll move approval of 4.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Redmond, Bennett,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough,
Aye.
Ortega,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Reinhardt.
Aye. Then moving on back to our main agenda, where we only have one resolution per. Item 10.3, Children and Adolescent Services. Is there a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion and a second. Commissioner Rettman.
Madam Chair, I do have a question in regards to the memorandum of understanding. Is there someone here?
Looks like Dave Haley's coming forward.
First of all, I do appreciate the Public Housing Agency details on how they're respecting their list, and people who have been waiting forever to be on that. And you've got hundreds and hundreds of people that have been waiting for Section 8 vouchers. So I do appreciate that. However, I do have a question under handwritten page 4. Do you have your packet, sir?
I don't have it in front of me.
Could you get that, please?
I could.
On handwritten page 4, under VI, it says in both A and B, failure of the family to include these services in their case plan will not jeopardize the Section 8 subsidy. The same is echoed in B. Why is that there, and why is that not part and parcel?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Rettman, the indication, my understanding of this is that the housing subsidy, the Section 8 subsidy, in this special category would not be taken away from, automatically be taken away from the family and or the adolescent if they didn't follow all of the items related to housing in their plan.
But, Madam Chair, and perhaps, Monty, you want to answer this, and I know you're Dave Haley, but for the record, you're Dave Haley. My problem is that the reason why they're getting this is in order to achieve either reunification and or successful aging out of foster care. So I'm wondering, you know, is Section 8 is so prescriptive. If a woman 90 years old has her grandkids come, she has to log them in, she has to meet certain requirements of PHA. Why is this not being part and parcel of the purpose of this Section 8 voucher?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Monty Martin from the Human Services Department. Commissioner, I don't know a lot about that. I do know that language was required by the federal regulations. So that's required federal language. It's not a choice that we have at the local level. Those are in HUD regs.
Well, that's
So I don't know whether it's
sort of a
logical or
bummer.
not, Commissioner.
You know, it's like on the one hand you giveth, and the other you sort of then say, we giveth, and so therefore, you know, because this is golden. To have a Section 8 these days is a golden little nest, you know, to have a home. And I just want there to be such success in this. It seems, you know, it seems counterintuitive to have this language. Okay, I got an answer, not one I liked. In the future, could you, you know, when it sounds sort of unique, you may want to identify that as this is, because just a normal person reading it, it does seem, it boggles the mind.
Thank you.
Dang.
Is there any further discussion?
I shouldn't.
Roll call.
Rettman,
Reluctantly, but make sure that's in there. Yes. I believe in this. I truly do. It's just, it makes no sense.
Bennett,
Aye.
Carter.
Yes.
McDonough.
Aye.
Parker. Reinhardt.
Aye. Item 10.6, is there a motion? So moved. Is there a second? Second. Commissioner Rettman.
Madam Chair, I voted no on this. I still have concerns on this. Again, this is $1,300 for people. Again, it's sort of, it's not a Section 8, but it's the same as, it's housing, and this is paying for staff to do this, but I just think there are some other ways to deal with this. So I voted no. I'm going to be consistent.
$1,300. What's this?
Yeah.
The second chance act?
It's, yeah, but if you read the actual budget that was submitted, is that there is also about $1,300 of housing assistance that is not in this. This is, the $600,000 is only paying to add additional staff. And again, some of the questions that I raised earlier with the Section 8s is making sure the outcomes are there. I just want to make sure.
Okay. So, there's a motion and a second. Roll call.
Rettman,
Nope.
Bennett,
Aye.
Carter,
Yes.
McDonough.
Aye.
Ortega.
Aye.
Parker. Aye. Reinhardt.
Aye. And then we have the policy agenda, the at-risk youth project short-term implementation plan.
Madam Chair, Commissioners, while Heather Worthington is stepping up to the podium, I wanted to let you know that Heather is now the chair of the At-Risk Youth Steering Committee. I have the Deputy County Manager involved in this cross-collaboration to represent my office and the entire county. But I just want to stress that, as you have frequently reminded us, the ultimate goal here is not collaboration for collaboration's sake. It's for better service, and that's what we have our eye on. And Heather will give you a quick update on where we are with the At-Risk Youth Project.
Thank you, County Manager Kleinschmidt, Chair and Commissioners. This morning, I'm here just to give you a brief overview of where we stand currently on the At-Risk Youth Initiative. Up until this point, we've had two groups working on this, the project team and the steering committee, and the names and departments are listed on page 3 of your RBA this morning. As you can see, it's a broad-based initiative, though it does not include all county departments at this time. We expect that over time, more departments and services will be included as we build this initiative. I want to give you a little bit of background on this morning. The project right now is continuing to move forward. As you recall, last July you held a workshop, and we had a consultant, Gray Hall, come in and present the results of their internal analysis. And you then directed the county manager to come back with a short-term and long-term implementation plan. So we've developed a short-term plan that's conceptually broad and achievable, and I think those two things are not mutually exclusive. We want to experiment and try some ideas this year and see if we can be successful on a small scale. And then we expect that this plan will create some momentum that will lead to more ideas and initiatives for longer-term implementation. Part of being doable here is also being affordable, and we're not asking for additional resources. Rather, we're utilizing existing resources and revenues to implement new initiatives, as we recognize this is not really the time to come to the board with requests when state funding is so uncertain. Instead, our groups are focused on things we could do better by increasing collaboration across departments. And before going forward with any more information, I want to point out that one of the primary parts of the plan right now is to rename this initiative. We believe that renaming it the Healthy Youth Development Initiative better emphasizes the goal of addressing positive development of all youth, not just on correcting negative behavior, so more of an emphasis on prevention. And we have many external partners in this effort, the schools, the cities, nonprofits, the faith community, and foundations, including Wilder, who are all very important to this. Our focus at this point, however, is to be more internal. It's about using what we have currently to achieve better outcomes. It's kind of like shopping in your own closet. And our existing relationships and work with our community partners will undoubtedly grow as we improve and show better results of the collaboration of our work in utilizing internal resources more effectively. This will not supplant the work we're doing through Promise Neighborhoods and other initiatives. Rather, it will complement those efforts. So this initiative is really part of the board's goal to proactively develop services that improve the quality of life for children and families. We know this is important to you, individually and collectively, and investments we make in youth, especially in terms of prevention, have big payoffs for the county. You as a board have also been clear that you want our departments to work together as well as possible so that the way we organize the county's work doesn't reduce the possibilities for great service. The initiative responds corresponds to that board direction. So our plan is intentionally very general and broad in terms of scope in order to retain flexibility. We want to prevent this effort from becoming tied down or stuck in any kind of bureaucratic morass. So we're laying the foundation for cross-collaboration